since you don't want to really, I understand. You don't want to really go into it, but I'm gonna go into everything.
Yeah, yo, let's go. We got my man.
What's your hustle?
Hey, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? It's your boy Willie Woe.
And I'm Marley Marl.
And we want to know, what's your hustle?
What's your hustle?
Where were you, man? What kind
I was sipping coffee,
we got
man.
a professional here. I'm trying. You see, I got the hat on.
Actually, he got me nervous. I know he got you nervous.
Hat inside, you know.
You're not?
You not.
Well, in my mind, I'm outside.
He bald-headed already, though.
Hey, man, y'all checking out the #1 podcast show out. All Hustle podcast show with Willie Woe and Molly Mall, man. We have a special guest in the building, and I'm super excited, super nervous, but super honored to have anchorman, newsman, journalist extraordinaire, Mr. Jaciel Cordoba. Now, is it Cordoba or Cordoba?
It's Cordoba.
Cordoba.
You should have got that right before he came here, brother.
Well, you know, we
He said it right.
He said it right. Oh, he said it right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
I
said
knew
Willie
that.
Woe and Minnie who?
Mini
Oh, no, he didn't.
I like him. This is gonna be great. That's Marley Mall.
Marley. How you spell that?
Oh, man.
Marley Mall.
We need to take this show on the road.
Okay.
We can't afford he will embarrass us, man. He's too
Oh,
professional.
man. No, I go by the name of Marley Marl.
Okay.
And
And I'm Willie Woe.
that's Whiny Woe.
the bipolar brother, Willie Wild Out. And like I said, man, I was really nervous about having you in here.
Why?
Because you know, we see you. You're the face that we wake up to every morning,
Right.
And just the comfort of having you in our living room, your professionalism, and we're a little stupid on this show sometimes. So it was like, how do we be ourselves? You know how you're in the presence of see that? See how that just happened? See how you're in the presence of someone and their energy, you kind of take on. Their mannerisms you take on, you know what I mean? That's why I put this hot jacket on. I'm coming about this in a minute. This hat sweating. I even put on a little makeup under the eye. Molly even sweating. He don't never sweat.
But I ain't put no makeup on under the eye.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
I was thinking about putting some black makeup on the around my eyes.
I can help you
go
with that.
against what you doing.
I can help you with
Because
that.
yours is
Bring it
like
around.
light and scary, and mine's gonna be dark and scary. I don't know.
Anyway, man, it is truly an honor.
Yes.
A true honor to have you in this building.
Thank you.
Can
And
I
if
ask
you-
you a?
Go ahead,
I'm sorry. Can I ask you a question? How did you get into? Not to go off script, but how did you get into newscasting? Because a lot of kids and stuff, a lot of people don't know that they can do something like that. And you know, by seeing you, people, you know what I'm saying, start to know it's different avenues and stuff like.
Well, I studied it in school, in college, and from there I got my first job behind the scenes at Channel 2 in Chicago.
Wow.
And
the college was Northwestern?
college was Northwestern University
You got
in
a BA.
Evanston, Illinois.
Okay.
And how did I get into it? I just I happened to run into my mentor who worked at Channel 2 at the gas station down the street from where I lived, and told him that I had graduated and I was looking for my first job in TV. And so he connected me with someone at the station and got me in as a desk assistant, which is like the entry-level position where you assist the producers in getting the newscast together.
Right.
Wow.
And you like get the anchor scripts and rip them. They come out with six copies, and everybody gets, so the two anchors get a copy, the producer gets a copy, the director gets a copy, and they were all different colors. So I would rip those pages off the printer, separate them, put them in piles, and then take them to each person that gets them. And when there was time, I would go out with the reporters on stories and shoot stories. Whatever their story was, I would write my own version up.
Right.
Do a stand-up, which means me holding a microphone, talking into the camera for 15 seconds, saying where I am, and put a little story together. And then I send that off to different TV stations around the country and say, hey, I want to be on TV. Can you hire me? And one did eventually. It took a while, but one did, about 9 months. But that's how I got started. I just knew from majoring in journalism that I wanted to be on TV. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do TV, radio, or newspaper. Okay. But so when I was in college, I did a newspaper internship my junior year. I worked at the radio station reading news when I could.
At the college?
At college. And then I did a TV internship at Channel 9, WGN in Chicago when I was in college. And I found that the TV was the one that was most fun for me. I just like the camaraderie of the newsroom. I like the energy there the best out of the three. So that's why I said, well, let me just do TV. And that's how the rest is history.
Did you always know you wanted to be in journalism, like in your teens or in high school, or did it just kind of click?
Not until I got to college. When I was in high school, I was really good in English. And my aunt used to say, you should be a writer. And I used to think, that sounds boring. I don't want to do that. But then when I got to college, it was just, I majored in RTV, radio, TV, film my freshman year. And I didn't like that because we were carrying around tripods and lights. And I didn't like all that hauling around.
That's the stuff I do sometimes. Yeah.
So I said, let me go to journalism where we just learn how to write and stuff. So I transferred over to the journalism school. And it was just something about it. I couldn't explain, but it was something drawing me to journalism school or journalism. So I just followed that. I followed that yearning.
So you actually started from the bottom. Meaning
he was going to be interviewing me. You asking all the
Well, we
questions.
usually go back and forth.
Yeah, we both interview you.
This is only our third show, so
I just wanted to make sure you
I mean, we don't want to have you going back and forth, but
listen,
you know.
I'm
I just
trying to
wanted to make
audition.
sure you're okay with this.
Yeah, you know, I want to audition for a shot at being on the news. I want you to tell me if I got what it takes.
But what's good is
But
you
what was
really
your
you started. I said like you
I guess
started.
so.
You started from the bottom. A lot of the young guys say, "Oh, you started." I started from the bottom,
Now we
but you
did.
actually, but you actually fought for. You actually pursued. You actually pursued. A lot of
still
people.
fighting.
You still fighting,
I'm still fighting. It's an ongoing fight.
right?
And yes, it's been a long haul, but yeah, you start from the bottom and you work your way up.
That's
Most
right.
people have to do that.
Right.
In all these fields where you see these stars coming up and big bright lights and doing well, they're not just when you see them is not when they came
Right.
out. They've been working for years
Right.
to get where they are.
Right.
And then at one day they finally get recognized.
Right.
And they're they where they want to be, but it takes a lot of behind the scenes work and rejection and stuff like
Right.
that to get where you want to be.
Hey, that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I get rejected a lot. But
Well, acting is a rejection field.
I love
that's
it,
a
though.
tough field. What do you love about that?
I
just
love-
had an
He like putting on the
experience.
makeup.
I do that anyway. I love acting because, I have some issues, and we definitely support. Make sure you support mental health foundations and stuff like that. But I have some issues, so at times when I'm on, especially stage, I love theater because I can be me. I feel free. You know what I mean? Especially stage because you can't say cut. What I do is what I do. You know what I mean? Like live TV stuff like that. And it's challenging. It's challenging. I get to explore my emotions and my feelings. Like, people say I'm crazy and I'm a little wild. No, I'm just in the moment. And I'm enjoying who I am at that moment. And it's more accepted in acting and stage and theater and things like that. But I've been doing it so long. Now I've begun to enjoy the art, the challenge of taking on a role, studying that role, studying the mannerisms, the characteristics, the little things that character, what do you call it, defects, so to speak, that mannerisms that character brings out, and creating an emotion for you. You know what I mean? Because I don't know.
See the way he said that? Emotion for you. He's a great actor. I did a small
Sometimes
movie
I
back, but he been in a lot of good movies. He actually do plays and everything. But this ain't about
I'm
you
the
right
best
now, brother.
extra you ever met in your life.
But this is about my brother
I'm gonna
right
get my
here.
audition before he leaves here today.
All right, so we want to congratulate you
Yes.
on. Let me hear you. Let my brother say right here.
Okay. Well. First of all, you were nominated in 2002 for work you did on tornado weather events. And I've never personally I've met plenty of people with platinum records by the dozens, but I've never met anyone that has been nominated for an Emmy. But in our discussion earlier, you let me know that you also won an Emmy in 2020.
Yeah.
Everybody, come on now, come on. People that Emmy winners. All I need now is an Oscar winner next to me, which we gonna get into that too, because I heard you got a little acting thing going on.
Oh, what?
But what does that feel like?
You doing everything, huh?
An Emmy, man, that's major.
It feels good to be recognized by the
Hold up, we gotta clap him again.
by the organization. You know, by the group that recognizes you. But it's better to actually get the statue and have it in your house and see it. That's nice.
Wow.
That's nice.
I would sleep with that thing. My wife would be so mad.
Wow.
But it is something that you have to apply for. It's not like they look for you and say, "Oh, let's give them an Emmy for that."
Okay.
You have to take something that you've done
And submit it.
And then the Emmy committee, whoever they are, usually it's like other TV people, other people like that
Producers
are my
and stuff?
peers
Okay.
around the state
Industry.
of PA.
Okay.
That'll go in a room and look at your work and decide whether it deserves the award. And so the first step is to get nominated.
Okay.
So I was nominated with other people in a similar category for Best Newscast. We won for Best Morning Newscast
Wow.
for the November 4th, 2020 election coverage of when Joe
nice.
Biden won over Trump.
Wow.
And I didn't actually get the award until maybe August of 2021, but it was we won it for the show that we did in 2020.
Okay.
So any Emmy I get, if I were to get another Emmy,
When you get another Emmy.
yeah, if I were to
deserve
get
Speaking
one
into existence.
for this year, I would receive it in 2022, but it would be for something that happened this
You
year.
should have brought it with you. I would have took a picture of that.
yeah.
You know,
No, you gotta pay. You got to pay a little more money for that.
but
You
you
got to pay a
didn't
little
know.
more money for that.
Yeah,
That's
but
amazing, man. That's a beautiful thing.
There is a picture of it on my Instagram if you want to see it.
Okay, yeah, we're going to put that up, too.
Instagram
Matter of fact,
and
I'm gonna-
Facebook. He said.
Any of your social media that you want to share at any time, too, you know, because a lot of people think, like I thought, sorry, but I just got to get this out. Because you're so serious, and that's another question, man. I have so many things I want to know, because we see these news people and anchors and reporters every day, but we only see the character that they're presenting, which is a professional, you know what I mean, professional persona because of the image, the news
I'm
you
gonna
give.
tell you a secret. It's acting.
I'm gonna get that audition tonight. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get that audition. But let me, when you get an Emmy,
Can't take you
can
on
you
no
charge
news,
more
TV.
now?
Can't take you
Like,
on the
does
news,
that-
bro.
It does look good on your resume, so it does. It's like a feather in your cap on your resume.
Okay,
which is
okay.
nice.
You can use that as a bargaining chip. Like, I'm worth more now.
I think you can, but what I want to say is, while an Emmy is nice and I appreciate the recognition, I don't lose any sleep over whether somebody recognizes me for an Emmy, or I do a good job for me. And if some peer of mine wants to recognize that, that's wonderful. But I'm not gonna bust my hump every year, because you have to pay to enter as well.
Oh, wow.
So you're paying for somebody to judge you, and
People
if
don't
they
know
decide you're good enough, then you'll win.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
not, you're just out of that money you submitted. So I really don't.
We need to start giving out awards.
I don't know.
really don't,
He's telling the truth. He's a lot of people don't know these things.
I don't really. It's nice. The Oscars are nice, but if they don't want to recognize us,
And the work you do.
let them have their awards. I get the gratification from what I do for myself.
Yeah.
And we get the
I'm not looking
gratification
for
of seeing
anybody
you on TV
Yeah.
every morning.
And I say that I don't say that to discount the Emmy. It's wonderful to have it, and I love it, and I enjoy looking at it. But
You do it because it's what you do. It's not for the accolades.
and if I didn't make one, it doesn't mean that I'm not doing good work. You know,
Right,
I don't
right.
measure my value on that Emmy
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? I can't imagine when I watch the news in the morning, if you or Eve aren't there, especially you, because you just have a distinctive voice and presence. When I don't see you, I don't really want, I mean, I hate to say that, but I don't really want to watch. It just ain't the same. You know what I mean?
Understand.
And you just become a fixture in my household. You know, that's my wife ain't supposed to be here.
Everybody's household. A lot of people's
I
household.
Yeah.
understand that.
I couldn't leave her home. I tried to.
That's how I am when I watch Channel 6. If Tam and Matt aren't there,
Yeah.
I kind of turn it off.
Yeah. Do you actually watch other shows and stuff, and do you critique them? We ain't gonna even do that. I'm not gonna put you in that position. We ain't gonna do that.
I don't critique them. I watch them just to see how they do it.
Okay.
And sometimes I get inspiration from watching and seeing how they do things.
Even after all these years? I mean, you got this. That's another question now. Can I ask this one question? I'm sorry, but I'll let you. Let's just go. Just one more. When they mess up,
yes,
how does that affect you? Do you get nervous still? Or do you just, like, if you're saying this is what's happening and you're giving the information about one news story, but another news story comes up on the screen, or the camera goes to you and it ain't supposed to be on you, and you're just sitting there and then you look up like, and today, you know what I mean? Like, do you get mad and want to smack somebody afterwards, or do you just go with it?
You just go with it. You just go with it because it happens.
I'll be watching to see who mess up sometimes.
Because it's live TV, so you can't predict what happens.
Yeah.
Stuff happens, and you just have to roll with it.
Wow.
You just go with it, and you acknowledge it. At least I do. I don't try to act like, it didn't happen. This is what happened, people, and we're gonna get it
Jim
together.
Messed up.
No, we don't call out people, but we do say we're having a little issue here, or something. But we do acknowledge and just keep going.
Okay.
Well, we're very glad you're here. For those who don't know, this is All Hustle Podcast, and I am Marley Marr, and this is Willie Woe.
Hey.
And we just want to ask you, brother, what is your hustle? We tend to talk about the hustle on podcasts. What's your hustle? Just explain to us what's your hustle and what do hustle pertain to you? Because a lot of people always take hustle as a bad, a bad word, a bad term. And we trying to...
by hustle, I interpreted that you meant, what is my job? What do I do?
How do you make your money?
I'm a journalist, and I work as a TV news anchor at 69 News Monday through Friday from 5 in the morning until 10 o'clock, and then from 12 to 12:30. Wow. The 5 to 10 show I anchor with Eve Russo.
Eve Russo. Salute to Eve.
And then the 12 to 12:30, I'm by myself.
Oh, so they gave you got
he
two?
got a lot going on,
I
man.
had 2 shows, yeah.
He's done shows by himself before, which if you don't mind touching on it, I know you did. You were doing segments where.
We should have sent him. We should have sent him a car, man.
Segment in another station, another time.
Yeah.
Was that your choice? Was that something you chose to do? Because that's kind of touchy.
Yeah.
And I know you learned a lot studying and reporting.
I did a segment. I can't remember if I created that or if they created it for me. I think I brought that to them, and we tried to. I didn't come up with the name People of Faith, but I think I pitched the idea of doing that, but I don't remember. But I did a weekly People of Faith segment, I believe, in Memphis when I was there. That's a very churchy city. There are a lot of churches in Memphis.
Really?
I dropped my pen here.
No. You good? You go ahead.
It's so dark I can't see it under there.
Here, you can take this one.
Thank you.
I'll just be acting like I'm writing. But I want my audition, man. Can I get my audition in?
Sure.
Because
I'm gonna need some fruit though.
Can we get some fruit? They got the bowl over there. They're kidnapped the bowl. See, that's why you can't bring hungry people with you on set.
I'm gonna need some fruit to get me through this audition.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
Okay. No. Thank you.
Okay. This is me and
that was the lovely Mrs. Ross who
Lord, don't do
who
that.
walked in here and came in here.
Today is Diana Ross's birthday.
Oh, there we go.
That was the lovely Diana Ross. Thank you, Sister Ross.
And Aretha's birthday.
And Aretha? Oh my goodness. Well, thank goodness for the soul sisters.
Yes, indeed.
All right, we go let me get my audition face going on.
Okay.
Good afternoon. This is Willie Woe, and you're tuned in to the All Hustle Podcast, All Hustle, All Butt Naked news show. We're going to start the day off, taking off all our clothes. Thank you so much. I'll start. No? Okay. Well, we're just going to do regular news, but I'm going to still get naked because it's hot. And today we have a special guest. He'll take his clothes off later. Marley Marr is in the building.
I don't think you want me to take my clothes off, man.
No, I'm just playing, man. But I really think I could be a newsman, man.
Yeah.
You got a good voice for it.
I think I got double D's or something in the head, bro. I got to go to the gym. I got to tighten it up.
I'll have to do radio news then.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you just from they only can see from what from the chest up.
I know he talking about getting naked. I can't do that.
No, we don't want to see that.
My mama gon'
No.
I get high.
He said, "Oh, we don't want to
That's
see
why they don't.
that."
That's why we don't drink on this show anymore. But no, all jokes aside. All right, let's get back for everybody who may be tuning in for the first time. You can also catch us on YouTube at All Hustle Podcast TV.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch us on all social media at All Hustle Podcast Show.
You saying a lot of alls almost messed you up.
Yeah, I know, man. It's always a problem. But you
I like that.
But what this show is primarily about is we know that a lot of you out there have ideas, you have dreams, you have plans on pursuing certain careers and starting your own businesses. So what we do is we bring in people that are actually, realistically, right now doing it. And today we have an active, real-life, Emmy Award winning news anchor, reporter, journalist in the building.
Yeah.
And it is our honor to bring to you Mr. Jaciel Cordoba.
Yes, sir.
WFMZ 69 News, Morning News.
Woo!
So make sure, you mind giving them your social media, just if you know.
Yeah, my social media is just my name, Jaciel Cordoba.
Okay.
It's Jaciel Cordoba TV for Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then it's Jaciel Cordoba on Instagram and Jaciel Cordoba on Twitter.
Okay, and let us know what you think of the show. You can reach out to us at allhustlepodcast@gmail.com. See? I'm getting used to doing this.
You getting real
But look,
good.
okay, so now the main thing, the reason I say that is because we want to get to the nuts and bolts of the whole show.
Yes, sir.
What would be the first 2 or 3 things you would tell someone who is interested and they want to be a newscaster or they have a journalism degree? Like, where would they start if you wanted to be in news or be a reporter?
Mm-hmm.
Do they intern somewhere?
Yes.
Do you have to go to school, or is there another route if they don't have the time for the? I ain't gonna say the time for the education because they always got time for education.
Yeah. Internship is good. The only thing about an internship is you need to be in school for one.
Okay.
The internships usually are connected to you being in school.
Okay.
So we can't, at our station, we can't just take a young person off the street and have them intern without them being at school. Because they get college credit for being one of our interns.
Okay.
And that's just how the program
nice.
works.
Okay.
So if you're in college, you should try to get an internship with a radio station, a TV station, a newspaper, whatever you want to go into, magazine.
Okay.
Try to get the internship because that gets you in the door to see what it's really like and to see if you even like it or not.
Okay.
And once you're in there, be willing to, help out in any way, bring coffee in if you want, or if you think they would like it, or bring in some donuts if you can. Not that I ever did that, but that's something that people do. But just be willing to help out and wherever needed, and just have a kind of a go-getter attitude and a positive attitude, and that will work well. The other thing,
That's in life.
Yeah, I've been interning in my marriage.
Yeah.
Still a married intern. I ain't a husband yet. I'm still an intern. Well, how long would you say that because I interned, actually, I went to Center for the Media Arts, and then I worked at a major recording studio. I interned for about 6 months. How long would you say an average internship usually is? I went years ago, so I don't know if it's different now, like 3 months.
It's usually about however long the quarter or semester is at your school, so 3 months.
Eventually you want to get paid.
Yeah.
You want to get a check.
You want to get, and some internships do pay.
Okay.
But you want to try to get that. Some stations, if you're done with college, they have entry-level jobs like the one I talked about, the desk assistant. Mm-hmm. Another thing to work on is your writing. That's one of the fundamental things in the field that I'm in, that you need to know how to write. Mm-hmm. And writing is something that you can use in any career you go into. So if you have your writing skills up, you know how to write a letter, you know how to
speak well too.
Speak well, yeah.
So you actually have to write your own. I have so many questions because I wonder. You write your own news.
See, I didn't know that either.
No, the producer.
You just show up and you just the face, and they give you this script and paper, and you just
show up and read. Yep.
Okay.
But he's also a journalist, so he got something extra with him.
You edit what they've written to fit your comfort level, to fit the way you speak. Or
Okay.
There's I come in and read through what has been written for me to read and make any adjustments or any changes. Like this morning, we were talking about the 2 troopers that were killed.
Yeah.
And we mentioned
Condolences to their families.
and the man that got
The
killed,
young man
that
from
they were
Allentown.
him. And we didn't name the young man. I said, well, if we're going to name these troopers, I want to name this man too, because somebody knew that man.
Right.
He had a
And-
family, yeah.
His name, not just the 2 troopers who we named and the Allentown man. Well, no, I want to name this guy. So I
Yeah.
put his name in.
Wow.
So just little things like that I'll do.
Yeah. And you have time for that.
Yeah.
Because most people think you're on from 5 or 6 to 10, and that's it. You go home and you sit back in your yard in your hammock.
Well, I do that at work. I don't do that on
You got a
my...
hammock at work?
No, not the hammock.
Damn sure be a newsman then, man.
I added the name during the show.
Okay.
While
Oh,
the show
wow.
was
Okay.
going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you asked for 3 things that you could do.
Yeah, 3 things like you mentioned the sizzle reel. What we call them sizzle reels, where
Internship,
you when you
sizzle
do
reel.
create your own little reel and submit it to
Yeah,
different.
that's definitely good. I mean, and now with YouTube, it wasn't like that when I was coming up, but now with the phones and YouTube and stuff, and you can do that easily. Whereas
Right.
before we didn't have that when I was getting in it. So,
Yeah.
but yes, set up a website if you can, so that you can have. This is something else that I didn't do, but set up a website so that if there are potential employers out there looking for you, that you can send them to your website and show them, hey, this is what I'm about. Here's a little video I did. Here's a sample of this writing.
Yeah, just to give them a little vibe and
So I'd say internship, website, learn how to write.
okay.
Just practice your writing. Take a newspaper and try to write it in broadcast style. And broadcast style is basically you write like you talk. So instead of writing like the newspaper, take it and make it more conversational.
Okay.
Like you would be telling a person
Right.
for broadcast.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
So you guys use teleprompters?
Yes.
So you know when it's your turn to read what report. Have you ever accidentally read somebody else's when they were supposed to read it?
Yes. Yes.
And you just go with it.
You just go with
I
it.
do that to him all the time.
Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah, you just go with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes the person will start reading your lines and it's like, oh, well, you just sit there and let them read it.
Long as my check right.
There you go. That's what I tell myself, as long as I get the check.
All right, look, you got a question for them all, or you want me to ask them one of my silly questions?
Well, no, we don't want
I'm trying to get to the part where I ask for $20. But he eating that fruit, so I'm gonna give him free. I'm only get 15.
I'm good.
Don't understand what's going on here.
Do you ever take your work home with you? I know
Great one.
sometimes you report on some really
Don't understand what's going on here.
emotional stories.
I don't really take it home with me. In fact, once I've delivered it, a lot of times it doesn't stick in my head.
Okay.
And some people will come up and say, what's going on? What? And I feel bad because I can't really
Yeah.
tell them, because I don't really let it stick. I read it and I don't internalize it. As far as taking it home, you always kind of feel like your eyes and ears are open
Right.
for news. I was driving to the gym this week and I saw police blocking the street as I was trying to get to the gym. And there was a fire going on in an apartment complex. So I took out my phone and recorded the video of
Wow.
the fire coming out of the unit.
Wow.
The fire trucks arrived.
And you just happened to catch that. Ain't that
I just
something?
happened to catch it, and I wrote an email to the station and said, "Hey guys, there's a fire going on here. There's video on my Facebook if you need it." So in a sense, that was taking work home, but it wasn't required of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
it's
I didn't
just
have
in
to
you.
do that.
It's just in you.
Yeah, I just did that, and because I'm sure people that follow me would want to know
Yeah.
that, so I did it for them as well.
So you go to the gym? I'm too
Yeah, he
lazy.
he
I
works
can't
out,
make
too.
it.
I saw him at the
I
gym
met
once or
Willie
twice.
Woe at the
Yeah.
gym.
Oh, you met for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was you doing at the gym?
I was eating. I stopped to get a protein shake because Burger King, their milkshakes be too
Oh.
thick, so I
Oh,
got a
my
protein
God.
shake from the gym.
I signed up to a gym. They just
a
take my
t-shirt.
money every month, but I never go.
It's hard.
least
I
you
don't
pay
even
'em.
like to go. I really don't, believe it or not. It's a struggle to go.
It is.
really
It is.
I
It
used
is.
to love it, but I don't anymore. I
Wow.
You gotta
really
do
don't.
like me. You just go until they stop you at the counter. And
You
say,
really
"Sir."
do go to the gym?
Yeah, but then at some point the payment stops, and then they stop me. My intentions were good
Right.
to go to the gym, but since they won't let me come, then I ain't gonna work. It's their fault. That
Well,
I
my
can't
gym
work
is
out.
good. They always catch me as soon as I put money in my bank account. They get their money.
They get it.
They-
Man, tell 'em, I get up at 1 a.m. and move all my money. Don't I? Every Friday. You gotta know. I gotta
Oh,
show
he-
you. We'll talk
he's
about that later.
dedicated.
Yeah, Jaciel check gonna bounce too. But look, let me ask you this personal question: what's it like being the person that the community trusts? Because we really look to you every morning, and sometimes when I thought about interviewing you, this was really hard for me and Jamal coming up with these questions because you're a professional.
We
You
get
do this.
nervous.
Yeah, but is
He was
that like
sweating.
a heavy burden to know, like, we rely on you, like, and we trust every word you say. So if you told us, well, I ain't gonna get into it with your weatherman, but when you tell us it's gonna rain or it's raining outside, I'm putting on my galoshes and you know what I mean, and I go outside and it's not raining. So is that like a burden or?
No, it's not a burden at all. It's not a burden at all. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the trust, and the fact that you guys are tuning in every morning. That means a lot. But it's not a burden to me because I just work with a good group of people that
Yeah.
make sure things are correct. So I don't feel burdened in any way. I trust them, and I know that what the words they're giving me to say are as accurate as they can be. So,
Wow.
and if I see something amiss, I correct it
You straighten
to
it
the
out.
best that I can do, and so that I feel good about it in the end product.
Yeah.
But it is not a burden. It is very peaceful and very calm and very
That's good to know.
very relaxed. I don't have any stress over being charged with telling you what's happening.
Okay.
I'm happy to do it. I look forward to doing it. I look forward to doing
It's
it.
what you do.
Yeah,
It's so
it's not-
natural to you. Well, we're gonna get you out of
Did
here.
you
a little
ever?
bit.
Did you? I don't mean to cut you
No, we
off,
got a few
but
more questions.
say something disastrous, something come on the news. Have a producer, anybody ever write something for you that you totally didn't agree with, or you probably would have did a little different that it bothered you? Like,
Not disastrous. I know when there was a story that came out about H&M
okay,
when they had some type of monkeys on their shirts or something controversial, and it was derogatory involving black people.
Right.
And the producer had me read that, and I just told her, would you have the other person read this? I just don't feel comfortable reading it. And that was the only time that I can think of where I really just didn't feel right.
Right.
That rarely happens.
Right.
But for that story, I just was like, I think this is a silly story, and I definitely don't want to be the one reading it.
right.
So, yeah, but other than that, no, it's usually things that are nothing too disturbing. To
Right,
me.
right,
That was
right,
your question, right?
right.
Is anything?
Well, actually, that story is that's a great story you just shared. I mean,
Do you remember that?
I do not,
I
but
do. I
you remember
some-
that?
Yeah.
I can't even remember the details. I just think
No,
it
I
was
remember something
H&M
about it.
and some monkey or something on there, and
Yeah.
I can't remember. But I
That
didn't wanna
that
read
happens
it.
every now and then. It seems like somebody end up doing it. I don't know if it's for publicity or this world is getting so crazy. That's why I definitely salute you, man, because some of the stuff you have to report, it's just like, oh, I know you.
Not only that, a lot of people might think, like, I don't want to mess my job up. I don't want people. I'm just gonna say what they want me to say. I don't care if I feel funny. I'm just gonna say what I gotta say.
No, I have scruples. I can't just do
Okay.
that. But like today, and sometimes you'll put in little side comments.
Right.
Like today, there was a story about this guy that opened fire on these officers that arrested him, and I said at the end, and he managed to stay alive, obviously, because he was arrested.
Right.
But it just blows my mind that some of these people that fire at the officers can live and be arrested, and then others die right at the point blank.
Yep.
It just
You're right.
Jaywalking.
First of all, I don't know who's shooting at a police officer. I don't understand it, but
I
that's
definitely put my camera out on that one. Now, I have a question about the career, though. For those that are interested in journalism or being a news reporter or anchor, you gave us 3 basic starting points. In this career, is it common or is it difficult to pursue it and have a family? Do you do a lot? Because I know you've been to a few stations, a few cities. You've covered a lot of stuff. So is there a lot of traveling? Is it difficult to have a family? Is it something you would recommend they do early on in their career, or before you really get into raising a family? You know what I mean? Like, is there a lot of travel involved? Does that make it difficult?
There can be a lot of travel, but not necessarily.
Okay.
The travel can be for more the national correspondents.
Okay.
The local ones tend to stay locally unless they go abroad, like go somewhere to cover a story out of town. But most of our coverage is around
It's in the local
here.
area.
But it is hard to maintain a family because the journalists' hours are sometimes they have to work. They work holidays, they work weekends sometimes.
Y'all don't get PTO?
Paid time off.
Yes, sick days.
You do, but
They on a whole nother bracket,
Y'all
brother.
on a point system? Because every time I hit 6 points, they start talking about firing me.
no, we don't have a point system.
I need to be a journalist.
But you do. It is hard to raise a family. It can be done, but it's hard because the job requires you to be away from your family on holidays, and that can be hard.
Right.
But I would say if you can snag a wife and family early, do that, and you all just struggle until you can get it, because if you wait later, you might not.
That's problems.
You might not get lucky. Like, I have a buddy that when I first started, he and his wife were just beginning like me, but they're still together today.
Wow.
And I'm sure they're much more well off than they were back when we started.
Yeah, that check must be good.
But at least still they're together.
Yeah.
And so I would recommend, if you find a wife, you settle that, even if you guys are kind of broke. Try to work it out.
That's right.
Work it out.
Email me. I can tell you how to keep a wife when you're broke. You just you get 3 bank cards. Only one of them got the money on it.
Because if you wait, a lot of these people have kids later, and
Right.
it's just messy. It's just so messy. So if you can get it early on the ground floor, secure that bag.
And what's your day like? What's a typical day for?
I had to get rid of my bag. Quick. Dumped it off.
Your bag was bootleg, baby. See, you got to watch them bootleg. I done bought a couple. Let me shut up before I get. What's your typical day like? Yeah, it starts and then it ends. Like, run us through a typical news reporter or anchorman's day.
I get up at 3:20
in the morning.
in the morning.
Every day.
Wow.
Yeah, Monday
So-
to Friday.
Some people think that they see you on TV, they think you live, obviously you live well, but people just think you just got it so good, but you actually work. A lot of people is lazy out there. They don't want to work.
Yeah, we actually do work, and we do show up every morning. It's not easy. Like this morning, I woke up and I was like, I could really use some more sleep.
Right.
But you just press your way.
Right.
You be late like you was here.
Yeah, we got an email.
He said, well, they giving me a paycheck.
We got an email from the producer to say we need you to be ready 10 minutes before the show starts,
Okay.
so that we can
Wow.
check the mics and
Oh, okay.
make sure everything's working.
So you stay at the studio all day, because you also do that second show, or can
I
you
go
leave
home
and come
in
back?
between. I go home in
Okay.
between and have breakfast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so sometimes I get in there 5 minutes till the show starts, 2
Yeah.
minutes before
Well, you
the
can
show
do that.
starts.
You've been doing this for a lot of years, so I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of know what to expect.
A friend of mine called me the Allen Iverson of news because
Wow.
he said he don't practice or something.
Yeah,
Allen
he
doesn't
don't- yeah.
practice. He just shows up on the game.
I thought it was
I
because you
just
the
show
question.
up.
They don't
No.
know if you're showing up today or not.
No, I just show up and go on the air.
And
I
do
don't
what you do.
practice.
See, I had to spend the night. That's the only way I'll be early. I'll be the first one there.
Yeah, but so get up at 3:20.
Wow.
Get ready to work. Get ready for work. Be to work by 4:50.
Wow. So y'all have to be up that early?
And then do the news, and then go home for lunch, and then come back and do the 12 o'clock, and then I'm done for the day. And then after that, I try to I force myself to go to the gym, which I don't like anymore. But I know it's good for you, so that's why I'm going.
Health is wealth.
Yeah. And then come home and eat something, and, get ready for the next day.
Wow.
Well, we're going to get you out of here pretty soon. I just have a few more questions. I know Jamal has a few questions, but I also heard, I actually saw it, I ain't going to lie. The people know I lie every now and then. You got into a little acting. Stage, as a matter of fact. You were in The Color Purple,
Yes.
a musical that was presented recently in the Lehigh Valley, right? I think a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. We went from February 25th to March 13th.
Wow! Salute to Daniel Dutch and
What's that
I know
for the,
a few people, Juanita?
The color purple?
Yeah.
I know,
the stage play.
I know, what's her name worked on that? She actually goes to Shiloh Baptist.
Audrey or Veronica?
Veronica
Cummings.
Yeah.
She was
Why
our
didn't you get me
musical.
in that?
Well,
She was our musical director.
I actually
and
did
she played Nettie.
Oh wow! I actually did me and her did a little series for Shiloh Baptist. I videoed it. She put it all together and had the actors, but it came out nice.
You look familiar. Have I seen you at Shiloh?
Probably have.
Getting arrested in the parking lot,
I did a lot of work for Shiloh Baptist.
stealing people hubcaps.
I did a lot of work for Shiloh Baptist.
Okay.
They
You know,
told
I'm a
us
video
we had to-
guy. I go everywhere, but
told me we had to pay tithes, so
I
we
grew up
went-
in the church, so
Yeah, I grew up outside
What
the
city?
church.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah, my father's pastor, mom pastor, grandma, grandfather, just all the way down the line. It stopped with us, I guess.
Yeah, my father was a pastor. He passed the church. Hey, listen, but how did you get into that? How did you get into? Because I've never known or seen you doing the acting. I just see you on the TV for the
Yeah,
news.
that's true. Well, like I said, TV is acting because you have to act. You're like the goodwill ambassador for the station. You represent the station well. You represent yourself well. You have to be positive, even when you don't feel like it. You have to act like you're awake, even though you're not awake.
Can't be hungover.
Yeah.
Can't be scruffy.
So it's a lot of
gosh.
acting. But your question was about The Color Purple and
Yeah,
how did I get
how did you get involved in that?
I I got a press release from the Civic Theater saying that The Color Purple was coming to Allentown. And I thought, oh, wow, this is something that people will be interested in because this is a big-time play.
Right.
And I think people would like to know about this. So I called and set up an interview with the director. I did the interview with the director over Zoom. And afterwards, I was like, I would like to be in this. Because when is something like this coming to Allentown again?
Yeah,
So I'd like to be in it. So I told her, and she said, submit a couple of songs on video recording on the phone. And
They made you submit.
yeah,
You were singing?
I sang, and she said, lovely voice. How can we make this work? And so then I told her some things that I had to do as far as when I got to get up, and maybe you could get me the script in advance so that I could start practicing because I just need extra time. But
Was you excited?
oh yeah,
This is your first time acting? Well, you act every day.
But I acted in high school. I did a musical, The Mikado, in high school.
Oh wow!
And I was Captain Harbison in the South Pacific in high school.
Oh, okay.
Commander Harbison, but there weren't a lot of lines. In the Mikado, I was just in the chorus, and in South Pacific, Captain Harbison didn't have a lot of lines.
Okay.
So that was it, and I was always sang in choirs and stuff all my life. But this was the first major acting role for me.
Wow.
And I sang 2 songs to audition. My peace I give to you. My peace I give to you.
Oh my God, he taking us to church.
In a world that is filled with confusion and fear, my peace I give to you. I sang that. And
Okay, there you go, brother.
Jaciel, I never would have thought, because you come across so serious on the news.
I never
man.
knew. Me too.
I wouldn't have thought
You
you
look
could sing like
serious.
well, maybe I need to loosen up.
Well, after they see this, they gonna see like if you can put up with us, they gonna know that he's alright. He's a calm, relaxed guy.
Have y'all heard that song? Denise Williams did that, I think, in like the 80s.
I never heard it.
Y'all heard it? Good. I'm glad to hear it.
He's speaking to
They're
an
young.
audience over there.
They're young, and
Right.
for them to have heard it, that makes me feel good because I don't really know a lot of the current songs.
Right.
That's why I have to go way back.
Right.
And so I did that one, and then so that I sang a song that everybody would know, so she could hear that I could sing. So I sang, "Yes, Jesus, love me. Yes, Jesus."
Now I
love
know
me.
that song.
Yes, Jesus, love me. For the
Bible tells me so.
But I sang it a little more flowery than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. And she was like, "Lovely voice. How can we make this work?"
Wow.
And the rest is history. Now she was saying during the interview, "I need a Mister. I'm looking for a Mister." And at the time, I didn't think she had any intention of putting me as Mister. I just wanted to be in the ensemble, be
Right.
background, be
Right.
carry somebody's water. I wasn't
Right.
planning to be a lead.
Yeah.
But she said she wanted me for Mister.
Wow.
She sees me as Mister, and that's the part I got. And a lot of people were coming at me saying, "I can't see you doing that. You're too nice. You're too this."
Mm-hmm.
And so I just ignored them because I knew I had to be mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I read through the part, I was like, "This guy is really not that bad."
Right.
The words, the lines to me were not that mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized what I'm going to have to do is it's going to have to be the way I act.
Right.
So I have to, this line where I say, "Go into town and buy some cloth," I have to say it with some attitude, so I look mean, even though
just scared the
it's
hell out of
not.
me just then,
It's
man. I
not a
would've been like,
mean line.
Right.
That's not a mean line.
Right.
Go into town and buy some cloth, but I gotta say it nasty, and that's
You
what,
gotta see beyond. See, certain people can't see beyond that. That's skill right there.
Yeah, I just figured that out on my own because
Right.
I'm like, this script is not nasty.
Right.
So I had to make him nasty in the way I intonated the words.
Yeah. Well, you just reminded me of my Uncle Buggy. I was about to go to the store and get you some Cool Filter Kings and a Pepsi. But no, you can really sing. I mean, I'm
thank
really
you, sir.
impressed, man.
Thank you.
I'm
Wow.
I
me
love
too.
to sing. I love to
really.
sing.
Are you
wow.
planning on doing any more acting, any more shows? Because I know a few people.
Any
man.
more singing?
Well, they're saying Dreamgirls is coming next. Have you heard that?
No, because I pretty much been in New York, New Jersey.
I'm letting you know. Dreamgirls is supposed to come next. I don't know if I'm doing that.
Willie
We'll
Wells
see.
probably should do it.
I'm gonna be in that.
We'll
I'm
see.
claiming that right now.
But
What's the
if
one that
I
takes
do
clothes
it,
off?
I'm coming to get you to come and help us out.
You ain't gonna have to look far.
I had to recruit somebody to work in the Color Purple. We were looking for people.
Wow.
saying?
Yo, he really is a great actor.
I told him I was offended. I was mad when I saw it.
Didn't you do the play in Jersey?
I done did so many plays, man. I just did a film, which I'm working with a producer out of Jersey now, Sean Bless. Salute to Sean. I did New York. I did a lot of things. New York Undercover, nice little resume.
He needs some new friends, brother. He needs some new friends.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Malik Yoba?
Yeah.
Did
I
you
did
know
2
him?
episodes. Yeah.
Ho! I ain't even know that.
Yeah. I was
You
in an
was in-
episode with Ice-T. I was a drug dealer, but I was one of Ice-T's drug dealers.
And you was in the movie. I know you was in the movie with Tupac.
with Above the Rim. I did Basquiat. I was an art dealer with the story about Andy Warhol.
Oh, see, I ain't even know that.
Yeah, Mrs. Winterborn.
Oh,
with
you
Ricky
holding
Lake.
the whole-
I did a lot of stuff, man. You know, you got to pick my
I
brain.
ain't know all that.
I ain't always stupid. No.
You was, wow, I ain't know all
That's
that.
excellent.
But yeah, no.
That's how you know how to
definitely.
put that makeup on around the eyes.
Well, that's why I got my wife. The day she put the makeup on, I said I look like a hamster because she put the powder on my lower eyelid, so the black eyelashes disappeared. It looked like I had no, that's what I told you. I was like, I don't know what kind of, you used to major sets. We ain't got no makeup people around here, and the lighting, is a little suspect because I don't know if he really paid the
I got
bill,
some makeup people,
or if he
but
just saying it.
you'd have been looking like you work on that drag queen
Sanford
show.
and Son.
Yeah, no, the drag queen show. They be putting too much on them, young.
I done did that. I
Eyebrows
was at the
and
premiere for Tu Wong Fu. Julie Newmar, welcome home with Wesley Snipes.
For real?
John
Yeah,
Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo. Yeah, man.
You were in that movie?
No. I was on set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I knew Wes through a mutual friend.
Yeah, see, he needs some new
Their
friends.
presidents,
Sometimes
I was in that.
Wait,
Yeah,
when
extra working.
you say you were on set, what does that mean?
That means I was invited to the set. So when it's a closed set, I'm there, maybe helping to stand in while they're waiting on Wes to come out of his trailer. But I'm over at the craft services. That's where I spend a lot of my time at craft services because I love free food. So I just be over there eating all them burgers and stuff.
So, based on what I told you about my acting prep, was that good technique that I used
For what? For
for
Mister?
making him mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I heard, I think it was Samuel L. Jackson. One of my favorite actors is John Cheadle, but this isn't about me. But I heard Samuel L. Jackson say, not personally, but through an interview, because I also watch and study other actors. So when people watching a movie and they're like, "Oh, I love this movie," yeah, I love this movie, but not because it's a good movie. I'm watching the actors, like specifically their mannerisms, everything they're doing, how they're reacting. You know, it's people don't realize it's a lot harder than you think. You know, just to stand there and listen to somebody. You know what I mean? Because when you know you're being taped, it causes reaction. But Samuel L. Jackson said, "Make every line your best line." You know what I mean? You can, and that's what he was famous for. Just one-liners, but he would steal the scene. He said that, you know, basically that's what he was saying. Take that one line and make that the line that they remember. If that's your only line, they'll remember that when they leave. So now Samuel is known for yelling. But that's him. That's, you know, that's what he does. And as long as the check clear, I yell at everybody.
See, we tell you here because now we got fruit in the studio, we got donuts, we got pound cake, we got juice. I don't even know how to pronounce. What's this, palm or mom?
Pomegranate.
Oh,
That's pomegranate.
Let me know how it tastes.
Oh, I will.
It tastes better when you pull a vodka in it, but that's what happened in the 80s. That's why I don't remember that song, because in the 80s I was young.
Pomegranate, the little Chinese apples.
But look,
This tastes different.
I think that's pretty much it, man. It's been a pleasure. It's truly been a pleasure having you here. I mean, I got way more questions, but my grandma told me always know when to leave. You know what I mean? Never stay too long, because then people want to invite you back. So I don't want to hold you too long, and then next time I need to holler at you, you're gonna duck me.
Stay too long, he might charge us. And we ain't got it.
I enjoyed it.
No, it's truly been a pleasure. It's been our honor, man.
Yes.
I'm really
and we are happy. And you know what's crazy? My nephew, he does music, and he was like, he knew your name, everything. Oh man, I grew up watching him. I was like, yeah, I'm surprised you remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I've been here 18 years, so a lot of people say that they.
And you've been on the news 18 years on WFMZ.
I've been in WFMZ 18 years.
Wow.
I've been in the news business for 31 years.
Wow.
That's a blessing. Well, make sure y'all continue to tune in to the All Hustle Podcast Show. It's your boy, Willie Woe.
Marley Marl.
And you can check us out on everything, All Hustle.
All Hustle.
And check us out on YouTube at All Hustle Podcast.
And hold up. Before we get out of here, right? I need all of y'all to follow my man on all his social sites.
That's
we got to
right.
support my brother. Follow him all the time.
That's
Everybody,
right.
tell your mothers, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your niece, everybody.
Oh, we gonna talk.
You know how y'all pick the bills and the kids' names? They ain't even 2 years old yet. Give them a page to follow my man.
You know how y'all doing them PPP, PPE, PP. They coming for you. He gonna let you know who's getting locked up on news shows. So you might want to check to see if they coming.
I don't think they talking about that on 69 News.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna talk about it on the All Hustle Podcast Show, because I ain't getting no money and I'm a hater. So I'm telling everybody.
Yes.
We just want to thank you for coming, man.
And please give them your social media one more time.
Yeah, it's just my name, Jaciel Cordoba on Twitter and Instagram, and Jaciel Cordoba TV on Facebook.
And make sure y'all check it out, because we're going to have that at the bottom of the screen or wherever Marley puts it on the side of the screen.
And everybody, do me a favor, push pound favorite best newsman.
So we can get another Emmy. We can get another Emmy out of this dude right here in the Valley.
Yes, sir.
A lot of y'all can't say that. Matter of fact, I might be on, well, I was on the news before, but I'm going to be on the news this time for something good. That's right. Mama, you're going to be proud. I'm going to have my clothes on this time.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
truly
You
an honor,
guys were
man.
great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And thank
for
you to our
feeding.
engineer and audio
Yes, sir.
department and the camera people, you know,
Yes.
Nick Vega, Andy, everybody out there, man. Thank y'all so much.
Make sure y'all please like, share, follow, all that good stuff. All Hustle Podcast TV on YouTube.
Facts. Peace.
And all platforms.
Peace.